We are back with more figure reviews, and this time we have the Tron figures from Diamond Select Toys. Now, there are 3 of these in this series. This is the package here for Infiltrator Flint, who, if I must be honest, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to Tron, although I do know some about it. And what I have seen of it is pretty cool. These are 3 figures I'm going to go through here. I believe there is a couple of maybe exclusives that Walgreens has where I think Flynn is a different color and he's in a window box. But besides that, I think this is kind of like the gist of it. There's what it says on the back. There's the other 3 figures. I know I'm at a little bit of an awkward angle here, but just work with me as we're going to get through these. The main point is, of course, cracking them open and looking at them, which we're going to do in a minute. There's Tron, Sark, and Infiltrator Flynn. We're going to go through all of these. There is the Flynn one. Here we have the Sark one in package. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and say, like, as far as the actors that played these characters go, these look really good. And they've got the frisbees here with the motion and without the motion. There's also looks to be a stand for each of them in there, which we'll find that out when we crack it open. And the last one is, of course, Tron. So there's what that looks like. If I'm not mistaken, Tron is like a kind of like a I believe he's like a protector of the video game world or the electronic world or whatever. So he's a good guy. Tron is. Flynn is, of course, he gets sucked into it, and of course, then your bad guy is Sark here, who's like the main guy trying to keep everybody out. The back of the packages all say the same thing, by the way. So with that being said, let's just open them up and see what they look like. Alright, so here's Infiltrator Flynn out of the box, and you'll see right there, as far as the head scan goes, it looks just like Jeff Bridges, so good job for that. It's plastic, but it's a little bit kind of a rubbery plastic on these, by the way. I don't know if you've felt any of these like this before, because most of the time with Diamond Select, they're a little bit more of a harder plastic. These feel more rubbery for some reason. They've got the joint movement, they got the foot movement. They do rotate at the waist, which is good. We've got chest movement, although this right here is kind of in the way of the chest movement a little bit. You got your arms, your wrist, you know, everything is really good movement wise. So you can strike all the poses that you want to strike with these things. We got an extra set of hands here that I'll put on momentarily. Here we have a frisbee deal. This is that one, which has a little peg in it, so that makes me wonder if maybe we're supposed to stick it here, because that looks to be the only place to put it as far as the peg goes, just offhand, and that's not the best fit. Like, you're almost better off to just tuck it in there, but maybe that's how it goes. I don't know. It fits there. And then you've got this one that he is throwing, ricocheting off of something. Or how about this? There's the peg, so you could probably, can you put that through there? Am I thinking too much about it? I may be thinking too much about it, because I don't think that's going to work. Obviously, my Tron knowledge is a little bit light. These do come with stands, though, so you can hit the poses with them and stand them up while you're doing so. So that's pretty cool. The hands have the more throwing motion. You can put them on right here. I always get nervous changing hands. I'm afraid the peg's gonna pop off. So there's that hand motion, which I guess more of a throwing motion there. But nonetheless, there is the Infiltrator Flynn, Jeff Bridges. That being said, let's check out the other 2. Okay, so Sark here pretty well has the exact same movement as Flynn does, which you would expect, because all these are going to have the same movements. He's the same size as Flynn. All that good stuff there you want in figures, it's accurate. Let's try to lower this down a little bit. You can see him there in his suit, which is different than Flynn's suit. He's a little bit more wobbly, a little bit looser for some reason. His hands, he's got the these motions in his hands here, which are different. The hand modes are different. His extra hands he's got, they're not the flowing motion, or the throwing motion I should say, like the other ones had. They're more of a grip thing, which you can take the the frisbee here and just place it in there, obviously, which will be a better fit if you're trying to pose him, I think, than even Flynn's was. There's the motion throw for that one, and we got like a curved motion throw for this one. And of course, he also has a stand that I left in the package down here, which would make things easier to stand up. But he's pretty cool. Like, I know he's the bad guy and all that stuff, but he looks pretty decent to me. As I take a moment to pop the stand out here. So, if you like Tron, I don't see why you wouldn't like these. I think the only other Tron figures out there was like a Disney Infinity Tron figure of, I think, maybe Tron himself. And of course then there is the Kingdom Hearts Tron figure. Lastly, we have the actual Tron figure here, which I feel like this figure maybe got a little bit more love and attention than the rest of them did, just on the pure fact that it got the extras that come along with it, which we'll show you here. Obviously this one is blue, which is cool. Kind of prefer the blue over the other colors, I believe, but same points of articulation, same movement, same everything, and a really good face scan for that. But he's got the stand here, but he's also got two sets of hands. He's got two sets of the like throwing hands. He's got two sets of the old grip hands here, and he's got three frisbees. He's got the basic frisbee that I assume will go on his back like the other one did, if that's what they're supposed to do. You have to tell me if I'm using the wrong terms for these, because like I said, I'm not that big on Tron. I don't know much about it, so I'm a little handicapped with this review. There is the motion throw for that one, and then we just got the straight on throw for this one. But I like this stuff. I like the blue color scheme, so this might be my favorite out of the three. But they're all cool though, and I'll show you here when you get them all together. I'm not even going to try to stand them all up, but that is what you get in this Tron series. Is this the only series you're going to make? I don't know. But as far as articulation and likenesses and just cool stuff that comes with it, I think that's a pretty good little set there from Diamond Select Toys. So